Hello again. I know I haven't done a video in a while. Kind of said that in the last video, but today's a little different. We were here in the summertime, obviously, and we gave you guys a little tour of what we've been working on. You'll notice that the driveway has been done. Before it was all really rough. So anyways, they brought in lots of fill and they fixed this all up. Now, if you remember in the last video, you might have seen that the foundation was in on this house, but look, it's all dried in. These guys are just banging away, doing a good job over there. Same builder as us, by the way. Matter of fact, he also did my neighbor's place too. Really nice guy over here. Here is the house. Now, we still have to do a little landscaping. We'll do that later when we get a bit more money next year. And you'll notice here, look, see all that gravel? That's a French drain, folks. We have, you know, there's water here between the properties, and we felt that we needed to fix some of that stuff. So anyways, we had French drains put in on both sides of the house. So the other one here starts here. I'll show you here when we get in the back of the house. And yeah, so this eventually here, we'll put topsoil down and maybe grass that up and then put some stones here in the front. We'll pretty it up with some plants and stuff. There's no sense in doing it here before the winter. And here's our deck. I'll give you guys a little tour of that here in a second. Made it just a little bit bigger so we can put our patio stuff. So if you watched the last video, you saw that this was the side of the house. Just to run down again, this is the main living quarters of the house. We got 16-foot ceilings in there. Dining room, kitchen, living room. This side here is an office. Our bedroom is on the other side there. And there's a guest bathroom in here and a guest bedroom in there. So it's a 3-bedroom house. And of course here you can see here's the French drain, and it runs all the way around the back and it dumps out into the back. And it's actually working, so glad to see that. That's our septic system, bed if you want to call it. Yeah, it's pretty big. This was all wood and they had to cut that down. So that's really, quite honestly, the only disappointment about it. But hey, you know what? We're not on sewers here, so we got to make do with what we have to. And you can see nature is starting to take over. Look, we're starting to see some grass growing and some little plants and stuff. So let that grow wild. We can't build anything on top of that. We just got to let it go. So that's perfectly fine. We'll get some grass and stuff. Maybe I'll overseed it. And here's the large turnaround that we have. And look, my trailer showed up. Very happy about that because I got all my tools with me. And if you got, you know what, I remember some of you in the video had commented that some of the siding here on the garage had bubbled a little bit in the sun. So I mentioned that to the builder and they came back and replaced some of the pieces. You can see they're discolored a little bit because they were sitting on the ground. I'll clean that in the spring. Get the dirt off. And right, so there's the heat pump. The head unit goes out inside the kitchen here. So this is the business end. It's not very big. We don't need much. Not a very big house anyway. So they put that on a concrete pad for us to keep that neat and tidy. Here's the little back porch that they built for us. So when you first walk in, you got a place to sort of knock your boots. There we go. Yes, the garage. My car is in here. It's charging. Look. Yeah, I actually took a bunch of stuff out of the garage here. Sorry about the echo, because I have to epoxy the floors. That's one of the very first things I want to do here is put a professional epoxy down on this so that it looks great right from the beginning. So anyways, lots of space here for a second car. We have an ATV coming too, because, you know, you saw the length of the driveway. I need to deal with that in the wintertime. So I guess I'll take you around to the side of the house before I show you the inside. So I had a little 12-foot space here put for my trailer, so I have a place to park it. And then in here are the septic tanks. So there's a septic tank there. And then this is a separate pump chamber. So it dumps into that, and that electrical box there is what runs the septic pump, and it pumps liquid up into the bank there. And there's our lake in the back. So if some of you might have remembered from the spring or the summer when we were here, it's all right, I have to jump over. So I'm walking on the French drain right here. And both runs of the French drain exit right here. And you can actually see in that video right there that it's actually working. So the water is being drained into this trench that was dug to the back of the lot right back there when the house pad was first built, because there was a lot of water, so we had to get rid of it. Anyways, you can see nature is doing quite well back here with all this water, so not complaining about that. Let's stay dry here and we'll just walk on this. So this is the other stretch of the French drain that runs all the way around the property. So we surrounded the whole house so that we protect our investment. This, by the way, is the largest tree we have on our property. I've named him George. He's been here a while. So electrical connection and alarm for the pump tank. That's what that is for. It's a little bit wet here. I'm not going to walk in here. So the electrical lines come in there. And then we have a large propane tank there. So not very exciting. I do have a few things I have to do though. I want to build a little privacy fence around this so you don't see it from the street. And of course, you know, I don't think the neighbor want to look at that. And then right there on the peak of the garage, I am going to put a cell phone booster. Cell phone reception is really bad out here. And because of the foam we have on the outside of the house, it has a foil on the outside, so it acts like a Faraday cage. As soon as I walk in the house, I lose all signal. So I'm going to put an antenna poking up like that. I'll do a separate video so you guys see that, and then I'll run the line sort of hidden in the eaves. And then this is the electrical room right in there, which I'll show you here next, and then I'll just punch in right there. So watch for a video on that. Okay, so let's go inside the garage and the house and give you a little tour now that it's all done. So again, just to cover up here what's going on, this is the garage. So it's all drywalled. It is insulated. It's not heated though. So in the future, if I find myself working in here or something, maybe I can just put a heat pump on the outside there and just heat up this space. Pretty cheap. So anyways, lots of space. This is 25 by 25 feet, so wanted lots of room. There's the steel beam, which I will use to build a loft. So I'll put some joists in there and some plywood. And then we got storage space up there. I was originally, I'm gonna let you guys in a little secret. I was originally gonna build a set of stairs in here, folding stairs that go up against the wall, but I saw something better on YouTube. Wesley Treat, he does a lot of really neat things. And he built himself an elevator. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to buy a hoist. And anyways, I'll do a separate video on that, but I think that's going to work a lot better. I'm going to build an elevator up in here, a platform that moves up and down so that I can get stuff up in there and safer rather than stairs. So watch for that. Okay, here is the garage door opener. It's a wall mount unit. I wanted that specifically because, like I said, I didn't want a track running in here and then taking up all the space. So I got one of those. And one of the benefits of these is just how quiet it is. Watch this. You can see something really neat here too. It has a lock. Right here, watch the lock. Locks the garage door. Isn't that cool? I'm going to leave that down here to just warm up the space a little bit. And then let's show you well, actually, you know what? Before I do that, let's talk about this. This is sort of the electrical panel from hell. Anyways, it's actually quite easy to understand. So we have a main panel in here. We brought in 225 amps. And then we have a sub panel over here and a transfer switch. And the reason we have a transfer switch is power is bad out here. So we specified to have a generator input. So this is the input here for a generator, which I have to pick up. So whenever the power goes out, I just flip the switch and all the critical stuff in the house runs on this sub panel here. So things like the well pump and a few things just to keep the lights on and stuff. So this panel right here is for the generator. And then the non-critical circuits are all on here. You'll notice that some of these here are all the new type. These are arc fault. Very important. It's up to code now. And I have this right here for the EV charger. This is not the best. I have an industrial plug here. So I'm going to swap that out for that. Or what I'll probably do is when I put the Tesla wall connector right here, I will hardwire it on there, and I'll use this for maybe a welder or something. So we'll see. But anyways, right now that'll do, but I have a much better industrial grade plug rather than these stove plugs. This box right here is for the alarm on the well pump. Yeah, the well pump. So if it gets a blockage or something like that, it just tells us, but otherwise it just kind of sits there and does nothing. Let's show you the mechanical room. Now this, I was, you know, for some of you, you may not care about this kind of stuff, but this is important to me. It's not big, but they did a fantastic job of organizing this. So I'll give you a little tour here. So we have a hot water tank right here. Pardon the mess here. I just had to move some stuff out of the way. So that's a 50-gallon hot water tank. This is the well tank. So that's the pressure tank for the well. Up in here we have an ERV, energy recovery system. so it circulates fresh air in the house and stuff, so it's really works really quite well. And I have a little bit of space here on this wall. I'm going to put a well filter system that's in this box. I'll install that a little bit later, and I'll tap in right in here to be able to get the filtered water. By the way, I just tried the well water and it's excellent, so very happy about that. All right, so this is the business end. So this is a 15 kilowatt hot water boiler system for radiant floor in the house. So you can see how big this skookum wire is that comes in. I don't know how many amps that is, but anyways, so it comes in from the panel. Goes in there and it circulates through this pump, and then it's broken down into 3 zones. We have 3 major zones in the house which we can control individually for heat. And other than that, there's an expansion tank here which you need for this kind of stuff, and you know, odds and sods and stuff. Internet's supposed to be coming on Monday, so I think that's the conduit into the house for that stuff. We'll see what they do about that. Anyways, and I have a little bit of space right here for my my network rack, so I'll put all my Wi-Fi and my server stuff in there. So this little space, I thought it was too small, but turns out it's really good. I mean, it's crammed, but it works, and it's easy to surface on stuff. So very happy with that. Let me know if there's anything in the video you want me to explain a little bit more. I can do a separate video or something. But that's a man door into the house, but I want to show you the front door instead. So I'll just open the garage door. Oh, I love how quiet this is. By the way, I have a really neat set of hexagon LED lights that are going to go right up in here in the ceiling. They just left me a couple of plugs to get into, so I'll do that maybe in a couple of weeks. Not critical right now. All right, so front door, so the portico is all finished. By the way, it's all metal. We have a metal roof on this house. And anyways, so I don't have to worry about shingles. Front door, let's go inside. Now, excuse the mess a little bit, because I am still moving stuff in. Okay. So this is the vestibule. When you first walk in, we're going to put some shelves or an IKEA wardrobe or something like that in there. And yeah, so take care of that. And then if you walk in the house, you can see how high the ceilings are in this place. It's crazy. So here we are. We're in the main living space. Excuse the mess. I'm still organizing and doing things. So let's just turn on the lights right here. There we go. Pot lights up in the ceiling there for the main living space over there. So here is the kitchen. You probably remember last time it was drywalled, but look, we're all finished now. It's all painted, ready to go. See here, it's November 1st, 2nd, 3rd. In 2 days, the IKEA stuff is showing up. So we're going to do a whole IKEA kitchen in here. And here's our brand new stove. This is a dual fuel Samsung stove. It's got a really neat feature here where you can just open up sort of the top of it if you want. So we went with dual fuel, so it's electric on the bottom and propane on the top. So because power's bad out here, you know, I know a lot of people are talking about getting induction. We thought about that too, but when the power goes out, we can't do anything. So this is the best of both worlds. So we'll deal with that. So brand new fridge. It's just plugged in temporarily right now. Again, Samsung. We had good luck with the Samsung. Worked out really well. This one has, let's see here, has a hidden door right here. Haha! There you go. So we have water, and then there's a pitcher here, so you can fill that with water. It fills up automatically, and you got space for drinks and stuff. So you don't have to open the whole fridge to get at things. So that's really quite neat. And it's 3 zones, so you have a separate area here for odds and sods, and you can set the temperature sort of independently. And down here on the bottom, there we go. So you got your freezer there, and you've got you know, your ice chips and stuff for all that. Anyways, I know, not very exciting, but there you go. That's the fridge we wanted. Oh, and by the way, no handles. I love my wife. Bev is wonderful, but when she cooks, she has a habit of not cleaning her hands, so she touches the handles, and it's yuck. Anyway, so this one here, you have to do that. Feature wall. I told you guys we were going to paint that a different color. Well, there it is. It's black. We have a wonderful painting. Bev's cousin, Adrian, painted us something very special. I'll do a separate video on that. I haven't even seen the painting yet. We have to ship it out, but it's a feature piece that's made specifically for us, and it's going to go on that wall. Right, here's our fireplace. 56-inch linear Napoleon. Look at the nice little logs and stuff. So that's the only other thing that's running on propane here in the house. Not much to say here. Painted it black because I'm going to do something special. Finish that up eventually. Not a priority right now, but I'll get to that. And here in the living space, this will be the dining room, so we'll put our sectional right there, and you know, some IKEA chairs and some lamps and all that fun stuff. And I got a great big 70-inch fan up there, lots of blades, and it pushes a lot of air, so maybe it's a little too big, but whatever. beggars can't be choosers at this point. So we have a spot there for the chandelier. I got to get my scaffolding up here so I can run this, install the chandelier. And then these pendant lights were installed for me, but obviously the wires are too short, so I'm going to lengthen those eventually. It's not a priority. I'll get to that. Heat pump, right? So that's our air conditioner for the whole house. I know a lot of people say, well, it's not enough for a house like this. Remember, we have an ERV, though. That's going to circulate the air in the house. So if it gets cold, it should just take care of the whole house. Anyways, that's a power outlet for the island. That's going to go in here. By the way, the floors, this is Goodfellow Arctic. And I forget exactly the model number, but I looked at a lot of different vinyl flooring, and this stuff was just amazing. It's a grayish, I don't know, it has some warm tones in it. Didn't want just plain gray because there's a lot of gray in this house. This is a very light dove gray that we did here. Anyways, I really like it. It turned out really good, and it's solid. And we didn't want to do hardwood or anything like that because I didn't want the possibility of a hardwood floor sort of absorbing any of the radiant heat that comes up through the floor. So anyways, good compromise, and I think it works quite well. Anyway, here's the deck. So we have a door going out onto the deck, and the deck is 14 feet by 14 feet, and it's plenty big to put our patio stuff on here, sort of in the spring. So I might rip these planks up in the future, might do treks or something like that. We'll see. All right, let's close this door. Okay. Now, by the way, it's nice and toasty in here because we have 3 zones in the house, as I mentioned, in the electrical room. So we have a thermostat here, and that governs this whole section here in the house. And then there's a thermostat in this bedroom, if I remember correctly. No, where is it? I forget where it is. Maybe it's over here. This is the office, by the way. I don't know, I can't find it. Anyways, we put pot lights in this room. There you go. I'm going to spend a lot of time in here because this is the office. And anyways, you can see they finished it up nice. And here's the doors. These are called Lincoln. So it's a single panel, as you can see. They're really nice. They're not solid doors. They're hollow core, but man, they feel solid. We went with black hardware, so that throughout the whole house, just to keep with the monochrome. Here's the pantry. No, linen closet. Yeah, linen closet. So you can see, got some space in there, and there's actually we have room right up to the ceiling and stuff. So if I want, I can put some shelving on the back just to give us a little bit more space. It's not much, but we'll make do. All right, let's turn that off. And then in here, we have pot lights here in this little space. So if you need to, you can walk in through here and you got some light. And then over in here is the guest bathroom. So we went with a really neat, funky tile. I really like this. I saw this at the store, and they call this Baroque Clover, I think, made by Anatolia Tile. Very nice stuff. And we went with a nice dark gray sort of grout in there. So I have to put the vanity together, and the sinks, and we went with a chair height toilet, nice and comfortable. This is the LG washer dryer combo. It's one piece, by the way. It's not stacked separate pieces. It's designed this way. And we chose this specifically in this space because we want to build a couple of racks that come in here, drying racks, so it'll be floor to ceiling. So you just slide them out. It'll have little rungs and stuff because we're not ones to use dryers a lot. So anyways, that'll work out like that. And it's really neat because the controls on this are independent. So that turns on the dryer and that turns on the washer, and they're independent of each other. So because they made it more compact, instead of having the controls up here and then down here, they put it all here in the middle. Kind of neat, eh? Just turn that off. Yeah, LG and their free game songs. All right, so in here is the shower. One-piece tub shower that we put in. Nothing spectacular. Don't know if we're going to put a shower rod on there or sliding doors. We'll figure that out later. Okay, this is the other bedroom, and I don't have a light installed. That's the other thing I got to do today. Again, same closets and the doors. So this is a nice space. I think this will work out quite nicely. All right, let's show you. Well, in here is the pantry. So we have I just have to be very careful here to open that up. So in here we have a large stand-up frostless freezer that's going to go in there. I apologize, there's no light on here, so you can't really see anything. But we have space in here for racks, for food. And then, you know, it's a very high ceiling up in there, so I can put some more racks up there and get more space. So this will work. I think it'll be quite nice. So we'll just close that up here. Just putting the appliances inside the house because I had to clear out the garage. So this is our bedroom, and nice space. Look at this, nice big windows. We have to get some blinds for that door and that window, just blackout. And right, so I had plugs put there and there for night side tables, and then I had outlet boxes put in here for table lamps. Because I didn't want something on the small table lamp, so I had wall mount put ones in. So I got these nice farmhouse style. So his and hers are going to go right there. So that works out quite nice. Oh, again, here we have the lights. So let's turn that on. Yeah, we put pot lights in this bedroom and a nice big, really big fan in there. It pushes a lot of air. There are times when it can get really hot. And then we have our walk-in closet. Turn that on. I started moving some stuff in. So anyways, they built all these nice shelves for us up in here. And then we've got places here for clothing, hooks. This is her side, obviously, because it's bigger. This is my side because it's smaller. And then we still have space up there to put more things, stack some boxes and odds and sods. So anyways, I think this is going to work out quite nicely. Turn that off. And then we have the ensuite. Again, we use the same tile here on this floor, as you can see. Again, I have to put the vanities in. That'll be tomorrow's project. And I have this linear 4-foot LED light. You can position it, turn it a little bit. And right, so we've got some space in here if I want to. We can put some medicine cabinets or something like that. Shower, yes, sliding doors, all black hardware, as you can see. We'll just open this up. Yes. Whoops, okay, gotta fix that. All right, so we have, yeah, black hardware there. So we got the shower thing there with the wand. And then we had them put 2 niches in there to put your cleaning products and the like. And then we use this, we love this tile. We had it in our last bathroom. It's kind of like a wavy feature. So we did that and we went right up to the ceiling in there. So this is going to be nice. And yes, they did a waterproofing, they did a Schluter system behind this. So it's not going to be leaking in the house anywhere. So very happy about that. We'll deal with that a little bit later. And I have a box here for things like towel racks and toilet paper holders. I got to put all that stuff in. So again, another project for tomorrow. But I'm very happy with the way that this has turned out. So yeah, I'm pretty busy trying to get everything sort of sorted out and moved into the house. But there you go. That's the grand tour that I can think of. So yeah, it feels great to be here. I thought it was a little weird at first, but I'm so used to it now that yeah, it's lovely. It's just nice to be in this place now that it's done. So anyway, stay tuned. I'm gonna have some more videos on doing the kitchen and odds and sods around the house. Eventually, when I do the fireplace, you'll see what I'm doing there. I got a bunch of stuff I got to do, like I got to put a video doorbell on, and I've got a keyless entry thing I got to replace. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the tour. If there's anything in particular you want to see, just let me know in the comments, and I'll let you guys into what's going on. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching. We'll have more for you later. See you guys.